Welcome to the Radiate Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Christy Clemens Hoffman. Each week we will discuss tools, tips, and ways to radiate your best life ever, interviewing practitioners, authors, and luminaries to help you on your path. Wellness, joy, peace, abundance. What do you want to radiate? Welcome back to the Radiate Wellness Podcast. Today, we radiate hope with 3 times best-selling author, publisher, certified PTSD and fertility coach, as well as show host and podcaster, Pantea Kalhor. She has written the books Naturally Conceived, Rules of Change for the Better, and Leap, Empowering Women to Succeed. Good Lord, Pantea, do you ever find time to sleep?
That's a great question. Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining me today. You do quite a lot. So I'm interested in the fertility coaching aspect to start with. That's why we radiate hope today. I don't know if I'd shared with you, but I went through a fertility journey of 7 years before adopting my beautiful daughter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So with your fertility coaching, what does that entail?
Actually, everything started from there. Right? Even my publishing company and writing books started from there. And the reason is First of all, I was hit by trauma 2 times. The first time, somebody hit me with the knife point and threw me out of my car. I had a very bad back injury, and it took me some time to get back to my first situation of health. But still, I had those nightmares for a long time. Somebody's following me, killing me, So, but I learned so many things from that trauma, how to recover from trauma and how to restart my life, reframe my brain. And then after a few years, my background is IT, software engineering and project management. So it's not really related to fertility coaching. So what happened, because I was struggling with fertility, I got married very late, and I had my baby girl at over 40 of age. Few years I was struggling, and none of those medication work for me, like IVF, IUI, none of them. And at the end of the road, they told me you are diagnosed with unexplained infertility, and because you are over 40 of age, you're not going to get conceived. And I didn't believe it because my body was healthy. They didn't have any explanation for unexplained infertility. And because I was a programmer, I knew that something is wrong, something logically wrong. When there should be an explanation for everything in this world. If we don't know the explanation, it means we don't have enough knowledge to analyze it. So that time my journey started. I started a lot of research of how I can get recovered from it and what should I do. I used to do a lot of swimming, regular like exercise, have a great green life, like eating great, But after that happened to me, it's so devastating, that, because you always have this in your mind that you're not going to get conceived.
Right.
But I said, because I already recovered from another trauma, the big one, this is nothing. I'm going to recover from it, and I'm going to get up on my feet again. So I started a lot of research with holistic medicine. I went through acupuncture and homeopathy, you name it. And then I switched from one acupuncture to another one because I really believe in acupuncture those days. And the third one was so interesting. That was the end of the road for me going to clinics. And I said, no more clinic, no more medication. I'm going to just go with the natural path. So I started with this acupuncture and I found a lot of discoveries in my body that even if I didn't have any fertility specific fertility issues in my body rather than unexplained, I still had a lot of other health issues that I didn't know because my body looked very healthy, right? But then I realized because I had cold feet, my hands are cold, my feet are cold, so I don't have enough energy to create a baby. And I had a lot of inflammation. I had a lung problem, so I had a little bit asthma. And I didn't know that asthma can block your way to fertility. And that, yeah. So that acupuncture helped me with just clean my body, detox my body. And then because I was in a very good mindset, and I didn't want to give up that time. And the last acupuncture really helped. And then I could get conceived naturally over 40 of age.
Oh my goodness.
Then yes, go ahead.
How long was that journey?
2-3 years. Yeah. 2-3 years and I thought that, I'm over 40 of age, it's too late, I have to do another round of IVF, blah blah blah. But because I've already done 2 rounds and it's so expensive, I didn't have any luck with this, and I stopped it because IVF, the problem with the IVF is I'm not saying it's bad or good for anybody. Everybody have her own choice to go through this journey or not, but your body should accept it. Like if you don't believe on something, it's not going to work for you. And another thing is there are lots of layers behind the fertility. Is not only fertility, though you may have lung issues, as I said, you may have inflammation, you may have even gut issue. You may have a lot of things, and everything actually accompany each other to create fertility issues. They block it. So then I started having podcasts and interviews with different holistic practitioners, and I found the top fertility specialists and gathered them in my book, Naturally Conceived, because I was going to show other people, giving them hope that even if you are diagnosed with unexplained infertility, you should find the answer. You have to go and discover your health issues. And a lot of clients I have are over 40 of age and they get pregnant even after 40. And it's not only, and the interesting thing is when they go through the assessment, they can see they may have PTSD problem, a lot of emotional blockers, a lot of energy blockers. Is not so. Your body is a whole. Everything should work together. So if there are some problem in one piece of your body, other piece may not really work. Yeah, that's what I just realized. And that one actually was initiation of my publishing company.
Really?
And I started helping other people with functional medicine. I'm doing functional medicine right now. And then what I do, I am starting another book, which going to be published in November, and it's about chronic disease. Because what I've seen is not only fertility, whatever problem you have in your body, if it's blocked, then it may affect your chronic disease or other health issues in your body or weight gain, Yeah.
Right. In my fertility journey, I found that I had Hashimoto's, and the
Even that Hashimoto is can be fixable. Is not something that, yeah.
had I known then what I know now, it would have been very different. But then again, I've got this wonderful, wonderful daughter that came to me by a miracle. So, yeah, each person's journey is kind of individual, and each person's journey is kind of their own. And yeah, so it's amazing that anyone ever gets pregnant. It's amazing that anyone ever conceives. There has to be so many things that just seem to need to line up correctly.
Yes, actually, 1 million couples every year worldwide go through fertility issues. They go to fertility clinics. And among those, there are lots of them that they only have a few issues that are really fixable.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you? That's why that's my message to everybody, that is not end of the world. Even if you're over 40, even if you're, because I had clients 47-year-old, they got
Oh,
pregnant.
wow.
So you don't know what is underlying issues. You have to find those, because it's not only fertility, as maybe it leads to cancer or Hashimoto's. As you said, there are lots of things that may lead unhealthy habits in you, and then it creates chronic disease inside your body.
Right, absolutely. And so your fertility coaching sounds like it's very comprehensive.
Yes, right now I have one-on-one coaching, and soon I will have um, uh, my courses. I'm going to launch it in August. Right.
Fantastic. So group coaching or group classes.
Yes, I'm going to have that based on my book, Naturally Conceived. But I love this book for so many reasons, because you can find the problem for me those days. I didn't have enough information about holistic medicine. So I I was not really, I didn't trust homeopathy. I didn't trust naturopathy. I didn't know about the naturopathy. So this book actually opened a lot of roads, so you can actually see how many options you have to control your body. So, for example, I found functional medicine very useful, and I have a lot of interviews in my podcast, in my Green Healing Show, that you can hear from top medical doctors or holistic medicine practitioners. They are talking about their own health issues. It's so interesting, and how they recover from it, and how medical is not enough. Medicine and drugs is not enough for your body. The good thing to know, symptoms is not the way you can treat the body. Because symptoms, you may have fatigue from your symptoms, but if you go deeper to your fatigue issue, it may have a lot of layers behind it, right? Like for my clients specifically, most of them, they have lack of energy. And I can see it because they have a low temperature on their feet and cold hand. And this is fixable. It's not something that you cannot fix. Your body, your womb needs enough energy to grow your baby inside, right? More than what you actually go with and move forward every day. And so you have to generate this energy, and you have to compensate what you lose, what you waste.
So tell me more about that. The compensating what you lose, what you
the energy you lose.
Okay, gotcha.
Like there are a lot of things out of the nature that make you very tired and exhausted. Let's say you are doing a job you really don't like, right? It hits you, to be honest, because you go on commuting every day. These days it's COVID, so you don't need to, but usually you have to sit beside your computer for hours and you don't like what you do, and that's not good for your body. Because you see, if you can look at the energy that we use for the day, let's say, um, if you need, for example, 500 calories per day, let's say, you just waste your energy 400 calorie in front of your computer and doing something that you don't like, and you only have 100 calorie left. So you don't have enough energy to create your healthy baby there. And your baby knows it. That's why there are lots of miscarriages, as I did. I had like recurrent miscarriages because I couldn't keep it. My energy was not enough to keep the baby there. So there are lots of emotional things, blockers that actually create this for you. And it's not difficult to find them and resolve them. It's not only diet. Diet is good. Like there are a lot of things about the diet, fertility diet. But the problem is with the fertility diet is that everybody's body is unique. So your body is unique. You need different calories, or you need different nutrition from me. And that's the problem that everybody have. Like they go, oh, this is good for the pregnancy, then let's have it. But let's say maybe I have D deficiency, vitamin D deficiency. Maybe someone else, another person doesn't have it. Or maybe I have a sensitivity to some foods that your body doesn't know it. Let's say for my own problem, I shouldn't use tomato or mango. I love mango, but I couldn't use it during my pregnancy. So you see, so you don't know. And you use it because you think that's useful, but it's not useful for your own body. With the functional medicine, we go through different tests that the medical doctors don't. So there are different panels that you go through, and then you can realize your real problem of your body and what is your body constitution, what you have to eat, what you shouldn't eat, or how you can detoxify your body. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. It's not one size fits all. Also, during my fertility workup, found that gluten is not my friend, dairy is not my friend, et cetera, et cetera. So made some changes and feel better. So let's talk about your book, The Naturally Conceived.
Yes. Do you want to see it? Yeah, this is my book.
Oh, look at that cute. Oh,
I don't know. It's
your
not
background.
Oh, yeah, it's going with my background. Yeah. Naturally conceive, how to get pregnant, explain unexplained infertility, and prevent miscarriages by unleashing your reproductive power even over 40. I said unleashing because I believe if you are productive, if you are creative, then the pineal gland in your body is going to be reactivated. And that pineal gland activation can help to adjust your hormones. So there are lots of hormone imbalances when you have lack of energy, or you need to create a healthy body for yourself. And you can create this with a lot of creativity. And another great thing is that you can limit overthinking. Because when you are not getting pregnant, you are very stressed. Oh, why I not? When you overthink, why? What should I do? What if it never happened to me? But you can replace these thoughts and energy wasting. This is energy wasting, right? So you can concentrate on something that you love every day. Let's say for myself, starting writing a book was a great idea. So I started writing books and try to distract from whatever I couldn't fix that time. Right. So whatever in that, I always actually recommend to my PTSD and fertility clients how to use your creativity to activate your reproductive functions. Why? Because you are saying productivity. You have to produce something. So in real world, if you produce something, your brain get it, and your pineal gland get activated with this productivity, and then physically you can adjust your hormones with just little practical thing every day.
In my world, I work with the chakras in my Reiki practice. And so it's that's the sacral chakra. It's is part of our creativity. And of course, that's the part of our body, our energy system that creates life. And so, creating and just creates more, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Right. Now, I've always thought too that all healing is faith healing. If we have belief in it, just as you said, we have to have a belief in it. What role do you feel that belief has in?
Yeah, actually, yes, I believe body and mind should be connected in healing. Let's say, it's interesting. I had a client, she was in early 30s, and she was in a good health, but again, she needed some modification and some fixing and hormone balance, actually. And her belief was like, no, I cannot get pregnant. I'm old, even if she was in early 30s. Then I had another client, they trying for years. They got married when they were in 20s, but it didn't happen to them. She had a lot of miscarriages. And then she had her beautiful girl in 47 year. When she was 47. See, so this is mindset and how much you actually value your body, how much you help yourself to create this healthy place for your body, for your baby. Because as I see, everything like medication cannot get you healthy. It's just initiation of your health. But if you don't use the medication properly, so your body doesn't respond, right? Yes. So you need something bigger than medication, something your belief, something that your bigger attitude or bigger mindset can create it.
Support for the Radiate Wellness Podcast is made possible in part by listeners like you. Would you like to support this podcast? Visit radiatewellnesscommunity.com/podcast for more information.
Right. And so your approach incorporates all of that. And it sounds like you incorporate functional medicine, acupuncture. What other things do you incorporate?
I don't do acupuncture, but I'm practicing.
No, but recommend it. Yeah.
Recommend it, and I have referees for everybody if they go to functional medicine, or even right now I'm still learning. Always I'm learning.
Always.
Yeah, but I love homeopathy, acupuncture, naturopathy. You can find all the information in my book to see what's the difference between these methods, because that was my question. Before having my own baby, I went through different methods and I didn't have the answer. But when I have interview with them, then I realize, oh, that's the difference. That's how it works. So it's, I know a lot of people go to homeopathy, they didn't get the result because maybe they didn't go to the right person, or they didn't get the enough connection, or they didn't believe in it, or the naturopathy the same, or acupuncture. I've heard, I talked to somebody talking about the acupuncture, and she said, no, acupuncture is good for pain relief, but it doesn't help me for my body. I need medication. See, everybody, is different. And I'm not saying medical bad is bad.
Right.
Hospitals and medical doctors are really trained and they work hard. But when you have acute problem, right, something very severe, they are good. You need them. But for chronic disease, usually medication doesn't help.
Right.
Because for chronic disease, I've seen a lot of people use the same medication for 23 years. So if this medication doesn't work for 20 years, why do you use it again? Because it gives you temporary relief, right? So you have relief for a few days and it comes back again. So that's not the way you're going to heal your body, right? You shouldn't get back to that situation again.
Right. And so your book, Naturally Conceived, what type of experts and information can we find in it?
Okay, I have a formula in Naturally Conceived. I finished the book first, and then I realized I need more experts inside the book to contribute. I have holistic medicine practitioners, like acupuncture, naturopathy doctor, homeopathy doctors, practitioners, and I have medical doctor practitioners, gynecologists there. So, and I also have psychologists, people who are working with it's like spiritual healers. So I try to combine everything together because you have to see what talks with you. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
You have intuition. You can see which practitioner really worked with you and you really believe it. Because as I said, when I went to my IVF clinics, I tried to justify myself that's good for me, but my heart's saying something else, right? I didn't like the way they treated my body, because every time they showed me the statistics, and even the day of implantation, she said, I'm not really hopeful that it's going to work. And it's really, really disappointing. It was so disappointing. So how can you work with this doctor?
Right.
And how can you treat your patient like this? So that's why I was not really hopeful. But the day I went to my acupuncture, the third one, there was a baby picture on the secretary's desk. And I said, who is this baby? And she said, this is one of the patients. She got pregnant over 40, and that's a very healthy baby, and I was really inspired. That picture gave me a lot of hope, and I was saying, oh, that's different. It's gonna work for me. Something with your heart. You have to look at your heart.
You do.
And then, as I said, if you are not happy with what you're doing, change your specialist, change your environment, change. Like if you go to my book, you see there are women there who had their own fertility journey. Like the woman called Fabiana Baccini. She actually works in Toronto. And she's really great. She had a really great story about her own health. what happened. She struggled with fertility for years, and she go back. She found somebody work with her spiritually, and then go back for find a holistic medicine practitioner. Go back to their own country of birth and have her round of IVF there. You see. So sometimes you have to change your environment to a positive one, or you shouldn't repeat the same thing over and over again when you don't believe it. Because IVF really hurts your body. IVF can fake your ovulation, and you just imagine you need one egg you can produce one egg naturally, and IVF can create 13 eggs, 20 eggs, fake. So you see how much load of hormones you actually put on your body to create these eggs, right?
Right.
So that's why I was after IVF. My body really didn't feel healthy. I had to do lots of detoxification to get back to normal, the one I was before, and then start my treatment.
Right. So, of course, in my circle of friends, I know women who have done donor eggs and IVF. I did several rounds of IUI. So all of these different ways to finally try to conceive. And there's some of these have such a low percentage rate of success. We have to do it over and over and over again. But I know that they work for certain people and other ones don't work for certain people.
No. I don't believe that you have to do over and over again. You have to go and discover your root cause issues.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you may have thyroid. You don't know about this because thyroid is so tricky. Mm-hmm. They try to fix the paper, but I think in your blood result. So they give you hormones, right, to fix the low thyroid. And then, but the problem is still there. You may have other issues in your body which create thyroid issue. And another problem is you go to medical doctor, they say, oh, you are in normal range, but they don't say you are in optimal, right? So you have to be in optimal range in order to be healthy. So that's why, no, I don't believe that you have to repeat it. The repetition doesn't increase the fertility rate, but you have to, at least you need 3 to 4 months to create a great environment for your body. Mm-hmm. So you need a great detoxification, great nutrition, great exercise, and also do all the blood tests and saliva tests, and maybe you need some stool tests to see how your body does. Right. And then find the root cause of your issue without just treating the symptoms. And then as you feel more healthy, you can actually start planning for your fertility.
Right. So, yeah, my point was that I know a lot of women who have done a lot of different things, and so I don't want to dismiss some of the modern miracles and modern technologies, but because they can work and they do work.
Yes, of course.
There's definitely a different way to look at things, a more natural way to look at things, and more natural way to conceive. Mm-hmm.
You know, I have IVF warriors in my book. They did the 100% IVF. But the difference between the different rounds of IVF they use holistic medicine to have a better quality egg and to detoxify their body and have a better spiritual status.
Right.
So even if you want to go to IVF or whatever treatments, that's fine. I don't say that is wrong. It's research proven, and it shows that science actually get a lot of success out of it. But your body should accept it.
Yeah.
You see, IVF cannot add the quality; it can add the quantity of your eggs. Before having this quantity eggs, you should have a great body health and find your root cause and start your IVF with this status, not just going and repeat it whenever you just feel you have to go. But your body should be healthy enough to do it.
I like that approach, and I wish more fertility clinics would adopt that approach, quite honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they work with acupunctures, a lot of them. Yeah. Which is good. Some places. Yeah.
Some places, right. Yeah, here in the Midwest, it tends to be primarily pharmaceuticals and primarily procedures and things like that. It would be good to add some of the more natural things to prepare the body to accept and accept the implantation.
And I'm going to add another thing.
Yes.
Don't think that this is only female problem. That should be two of you involved in this. Like male fertility is so important. That's why I'm going to have another book with other contributors just about the male fertility. And I have one podcast with great speakers. It's a great one with Dr. Adrienne Lara. She's gynecologist. And I have Dr. Dawn Garrison. She's a doctor of acupuncture. They talk about this issue together. And what I like is how they could create a bridge between holistic medicine and like allopathy. What they do, like with conventional medicine and acupuncture, they prove that you can create more hope and you can actually create better body in male side as well. So I've seen in a lot of couples, the only side is female going to treatment, and this is not right. Even if the male go and check the body for the fertility side and they don't have any problem, still there are lots of issues there. They may have some hormone balance. They may have some inflammation. They may have a lot of things in their body that they should be fixed before planning for fertility. So this is a creation of two sides, not only one.
Right. Well, and what about the connection, the relationship even? Sometimes relationship problems will cause stress.
Exactly. Yeah, I have this in my book as well. Like I had a great relationship coach, and she talked about this because she said, I've seen in a lot of struggles, they lost the connection. And is not only creating the baby, you should have a great connection together to create a great creature, right? You just imagine if you, as a team, you are working to create something, right?
Yeah.
So this connection can increase the energy, can help the egg quality. You see, so yes, they should have a better. So, and another mistake they do is that by having the baby, they just think that they're gonna fix their relationship, and that's wrong. Because after the baby, you have a lot of sleep shortage. You have a lot of other problems that preoccupy your mind. You don't have that connection together again. So your connection should happen before having the baby, like a stronger connection to tolerate all the problems that you're going to have as a parent, because there are lots of challenges, lots of, as I said, sleep problems, lots of exhaustion, right? So you should be able to resolve it together.
Exactly. Yes. And division of labor, who does what, you know, from laundry to dishes to everything else, right? So a lot of stress can be there. So that can be a contributing factor to some infertility and some issues as well, right?
Yes.
So do you have a psychologist weigh in on your book as well?
I have, as I said, I have a formula called Unflappable.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Like
and through this formula, and it's proven because I have great reviews from my own contributors and other medical doctors out of it. And it's saying how the first one I say unleash your reproductive power with the creation. So you start creating something.
Yeah.
And I have because I was a project manager, used to work with a lot of terminologies like Maslow hierarchy. The Maslow
Right.
hierarchy starts from the needs and then going to higher level to
Actualization.
actualization, that you actualize your life and you are happy with your life. So by the time you are in the lower level, you cannot create anything because you are struggling to meet your ends, right? So you're gonna you have to work hard. You don't have time. You don't have enough energy to create something out of it. So that's why it's not a good time for you to have a baby. By the time you don't love yourself, you don't take care of yourself, again, is not a good time to have a baby. Yeah, that's what happens.
Wonderful. So that is naturally conceived. You've got other books as well.
Yeah, I have another book called Rules of Change for the Better. This is my first book, actually.
Yay.
Yeah. So this book, I talk about change and how you can adapt to change after big trauma. Because as I said, I had some traumas in my life, and then I learned how to recover from it. Because sometimes, and even this one helps you for conception. Because what happened, you always have a gap for your healing, right? And this gap helps you discover a lot of things in your body and create good habits, and also how you can plan for your life. And the initiation always starts with some inspiration. So you need to inspire yourself with great things. Like, look at this, you have seasons, you have great things in your life. You can start something that in nature, and you can admire it. There are a lot of, even in trauma, in war, in many bad situations, still there are some small hopes that you can find, and with those you can inspire yourself to follow your heart and go on and change your life.
Yes, I love that. And then your other book, Leap.
Yeah, Leap. Oh, that
Empowering
was
Women.
my contribution with the empowering women to succeed. They have series, and that was a great networking contribution for me, because I love contribution. That's why in my book, Naturally Conceive, I have 22 contributors. For Naturally Heal, again, I'm enrolling for contributors, because you can add a lot of value to your book with top experts when they have knowledge that you don't have, because you are not perfect. I don't know anything about the fertility because I'm not a medical doctor. Right? I'm a fertility coach. I study functional medicine. I do these things, but I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not acupuncturist. But combination of those can create a great practice for people to go and read the book and even learn it themselves.
Oh, wonderful. And so you've got this new book, Naturally Healed,
Yes, I have this book.
coming
It's going to
out.
be published in November. So still, I haven't announced it in public, but
Right.
yeah, I'm working on it. It's about the chronic disease.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And your podcast, Green Healing.
I have 5 podcasts and shows.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Seriously, when do you sleep?
Yeah, no, I have a calendar, so I know every day what I should do. And I have a 3-year-old baby. I have to take care of it right now. She's with her father. I was fortunate today. So my 5 shows. On Monday, I have author promotion show. On Tuesday, I have fertility empowerment show. Wednesday, I have job reinvented show. Thursday, PTSD self-healing show. And Friday, green healing show. So every show has its own purpose.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Thank you.
And so are you taking fertility clients now?
Yes, I do. Yeah, 101 for now.
Good.
But I'm going to launch my course in August. So I will have group coaching and more, helping them more. But right now, I just do 101 and get them do the assessment with me. And I tell them, try to find the root cause of their issues.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do. But and I concentrated on my books with the Naturally Healed. So I'm enrolling health practitioners and medical doctors into my book.
Oh, fantastic. And of course, they can find out more about that at acechoiceidea.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is my publishing company, acechoiceidea.com.
Fantastic.
And I have panteakalhor.com, which is my name. And you can, if you want to book your appointment with me with the fertility coaching, I'm there helping you.
Oh, fantastic. We'll put all of these links in the show notes.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
yes.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you think that is important to mention? Maybe we haven't mentioned before.
Yes. Don't lose hope.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Even if you are over 40 of age, you are diagnosed with unexplained fertility, and you had recurrent miscarriages. This is not the end of the road. This is just starting. You have to find the root cause issue in your body, and you can heal yourself and by trusting your body. And of course, if you believe in God or do you have any faith, it can give you a lot of energy to go through that journey together, of course, with your own partner.
Right. And I must say, as an adoptive mom, adoption is another resource for starting families.
Of course.
Just miraculous. It's a wonderful thing. So whatever the fertility journey, whatever the journey to starting a family, having a family is the best. So
yeah,
thank you so much. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Pantea, for being part of this podcast. And I would urge anybody who is on a fertility journey of their own or a healing journey of their own to please reach out to Pantea and find her on the web. Thank you so much.
Radiate Wellness is a community of holistic and alternative healers and consultants based in the Kansas City area, dedicated to helping you create spiritual, energetic, and physical well-being. To learn more about our practitioners, services, classes, and events, or to schedule an appointment, visit us at radiatewellnesscommunity.com.